And he is out and underway. Again, his opponent, Brian Roberts from Centennial, 29-8 senior. This is a 160-pound first-round match. Roberts, the Centennial wrestler, staying low down on his knees. They connect up forehead to forehead, now split apart. Shriver in on a shot, the hard crossface, and that cow catcher kind of move that is an underhook, almost like a double underhook. And now, when it all settles out, it ends up being a 2-point takedown for Roberts. So Chris Shriver gets taken down. Trails at 2-0 with 1:10 seconds to go here on the clock in the first period. They slip out of bounds. They'll go back to the center and try it again with 64 seconds left on the clock. Shriver jumps back out, and we're underway. Up onto his knees briefly and gets driven back down into his base position. We're down to 50 seconds to go here in the first period. Jacob Fritzler going to be underway in just a few minutes on mat number 2. Chris Shriver gets rolled over and now flops all the way through, but he's going to give up the 3 back points. Makes his way up onto his feet trying to earn an escape, but Roberts hangs onto an ankle and drives him back down. Shriver up onto his feet again, trailing this one by a score of 5-0. Now he does earn the escape. 5-1, the two wrestlers are on their feet. They work from the center. Shriver a whole series of head taps. And the period comes to a close. So after 1, Fort Morgan's Christopher Shriver trailing by a score of 5-1. The choice is going to go to the Centennial wrestler, and he'll work from the bottom of the referee's position. So Shriver will jump on the left side, and we're underway here in the second period. Simple turn back in for the Centennial wrestler, and he gets the escape, make it 6-1. He drives right into Shriver into a front cradle and then has him stacked up, and Shriver trying to kick free. He'll kick out of it, but he's going to give up at least 2 more back points. Excuse me. The score now 10-1. Chris Shriver trailing. Stalemate called, and so they'll come back to the center and try it with 1:21 seconds to go in the second period. Shriver trying to get himself turned back in. He's sprawled out over the top away from Roberts, and he gets his escape, and that'll make it 10-2. So Chris Shriver working hard here against a very solid wrestler, and they're on their feet, but Shriver trails by 8. 10-2 is the score, and we're down to 50 seconds to go in the second period. Shriver tries a shot, not a very good one. Front headlock keeping him away. Roberts latched onto the head, trying to spin around, get a hold of an ankle. And Shriver continuing to work. Now they break apart. 10-2 the score, 25 seconds to go in the second period. Jacob Fritzler is stepping out on mat number 2, and we'll get 2 Mustangs out here at the same time. Shriver in on a shot, got a hold of a single leg, but he loses it, and he'll get taken down, and he is down by a score of 12-2. Final few seconds of the period. Can he get up and get an escape? He cuts free just in time at the end of the period, makes it 12-3. Jacob Fritzler now underway. Fritzler's opponent is Easton Cecil from Valor. So Jacob Fritzler at 170, just underway, and at 160, Christopher Shriver is trailing by a score of 12-3. They're starting their match on their feet in the third period. Being back at Fritzler at 170, he had a hold of a shot, and he got it right on the edge of the mat, so he gets a 2-point takedown. Jacob Fritzler leading 2-0 in his match. Time winding down for Chris Shriver. He's down 12-3 with a minute and a half to go in the match. He just got taken down, make it 14-3. And they'll slip out of bounds. Jacob Fritzler leading 2-0 with an early takedown in the first period of his match. He's riding with a minute 15 to go in the first period. Chris Shriver trying to get up onto his feet, but he gets driven right back down on the edge. They're going to go out of bounds again. Minute 22 left in that match. Not a whole lot of activity for Jacob Fritzler. He's got an arm barred now. Slipped out of it. Was trying to walk over the head and lost it. Well, Fritzler was trying to put his opponent on his back with 47 seconds left in the first and can't quite get that done. Chris Shriver, the 160-pounder, he's up onto his feet, again trailing 14-3, down to a minute 14 left in that match. He gets dumped back down. A locked hands call is going to pull him back within 10. And he got the escape. And now he's in on a shot. So Shriver working hard. Look at this. He's going to get a takedown. So Chris Shriver now, after the takedown, makes it 14-7. Shriver's just going to let his opponent up and shoot again. Now he gets flattened out to his stomach. Jacob Fritzler got his opponent, had a half Nelson, had it, he thought, pretty deep and couldn't quite get it rolled over as time runs out in the first period there. So Jacob Fritzler in his 170-pound match, he leads by a score of 2-0. Chris Shriver,
home of Rush Beat Digger Sports, the Colorado Rockies, Nuggets.
He trails 15-7 down to 30 seconds, but Chris Shriver still working hard out there. He's in on a shot, got a double leg takedown right on the edge of the mat, trying to pick it up and keep his opponent in bounds, but can't quite do it. Jacob Fritzler in the 170-pound match, he tilted over his opponent, but looks like it wasn't long enough for back points. Saw at least a 1 count waved off, but not enough to earn some points. Final few seconds for Chris Shriver. And he is going to end up losing his match by a final score of 15-7. But give Shriver credit. His opponent, a 29-8 senior, and Shriver worked hard all the way through that one and gave him all he wanted there.